We have human beings, which is what we are called, human beings. But most people are human doings, never stopping for a second, 5 seconds, to silence themselves inside. Because if they stop 5 seconds, there's thoughts going on. No, I should do that. Maybe I did that. I wonder if I did that. Sure, I did that. Because that's the way the ego works. The ego constantly keeps you unaware of who you are. That's its job. If you allow the ego to do its job by being a human doing, you are defeating yourself. You're pleasing the ego, whose goal for you is the grave. My goal for you is eternal life. I'm speaking for the one. And I can do it pretty boldly because I've spent my life, most of my life, trying to find out who that one is or what that one is. And there's a story about a man who went searching for treasure. He was told that he was rich, but that he had to find his treasure. And so he went searching all over the world. For years and years and years, he's looking for his treasure. And he ran into a sage. And the sage told him, your treasure is back at so-and-so, where he originally lived. That's where his treasure was at, where he originally lived. So he went all the way back to where he originally lived and found his treasure and rejoiced. And human doings, there's nothing wrong with doing, but there is something wrong with not being. Definitely. Because being is the priority. That's why you're called a human being. You know, to just give yourself some time to sit and not watch anything, and not listen to anything, not read anything, but to sit and be. And if, like I said before, if you get an instant, because there's instants in a second. If you get an instant, when you reach that instant that you know you've had an instant where there was no doing thoughts in there. I got to do this, I did that, I wonder if I should do that. If none of that, if that stops and you have an instant, then you've succeeded and will be the start of something new. It will be the start of a process of allowing yourself to be and not to do and think that you're changing the world by doing, because you're not. The only way to change the world is to change your perspective of the world, because everybody sees the world differently. And the only way to change your perspective of the world is to be silent. God is not speaking to you in all this chaos and all this noise and all the insanity. He is not speaking to you through your fear, through your guilt. And if you allow yourself to be, the ego does not want you to be, because it knows that you will see. That's exactly what you will do. You will see what is real, and it will keep you in fear. Don't get still, because God is there and He'll get you. And all that will happen, the more, if you come into a habit of being, you'll find out who you are. Not as a father, a brother, a daughter, son, a musician, a CEO, a person living in the streets, somebody that's left-handed or right-handed or is good at this or that. Not that. That's not who you are. The only way you can find out who you are is by being. By being still. That's how Jesus did it. That's how all the prophets did it. They didn't go into the desert at night and pray for hours like this. Oh Lord, bless everyone and help everyone all over the world. Help me be strong and plus Grandma and Grandpa and Grand Johnny and the Smith family and the Pontius family, and you know, that's not what he did every day, going into the desert and praying. That's not prayer. That's like going up to a father and saying, "Give me this and give me that, and I need this," and he's like, you know. Or you're going up to a father and say, "I love you, you're so great, you're so wonderful, God. Oh, you're so wonderful, Father." If I was a father, I'd say, "Yo, cut that out." You know, praise is, the greatest form of praise is obedience to your source, that which is inside of you. And your source inside of you, I'm telling you what it's saying to you. It's telling you to be quiet, to stop and be, and stop doing for a little bit. Even sitting down and doing and talking and eating and thinking. We need to get control of our thoughts. Yeah, there's things that we need to do. I don't like saying you need to do this, because you're free. You are free, and your accomplishments of reaching the goal, it's already done. But we have to walk it out. And if you continually do until the day you die, you're going to have to go through this again. Do you like it here? Do you really like it here in a place that is not a home? You like it here, where a place where you can meet loved ones and know that in the near future you're going to pass away and never see them again? Or hope that you see them in some luxurious place, some ethereal place in the sky. Am I making sense? Or am I talking a little bit tough? I probably am talking a little bit tough. And if I see this video and I see that ego's in it and any anger's in it, I'm definitely not going to put it on. But I had a call from somebody that asked me not to do, really just told me stop doing these messages. And, you know, and I was, of course, you know, hung up from the phone and felt like I was attacked. And I had some resentment, and then I had to work at getting over that resentment. And because it never really happened. What that phone call never really happened. You know, and even if it did happen, I'm the one that set it up. I set it up to be attacked. So the person that called me and talked to me did nothing wrong, you know. But yet my mind will say, "Look what he did to you, look what that," and you know, so I have to go with what's real. And that's not real. The reality is not that somebody called me and did something wrong and attacked me. That's not the reality. The reality is I am one with God. That person that called me, he's one with God. So are you. We're one with God. And I'm asking you again to be. You want to know how to be? Just sit down and be quiet. Look at your breath. Get meditation for dummies. Go on the internet and find out about being quiet. There's plenty of ways to do it. And it's a necessity. It must be done. You continue to do like dog shit, and you're going to have to go through this all over again. And then if you do it again, you're going to end up dying and do it all over again. Unless they have a school in the spiritual world where you can learn how to lose all your unforgiveness and guilt and hate, because you think you don't have any. But if you get quiet and you allow your perfection, your source, your God, your light to come forth, you'll see that there's things there that you never see because you never got quiet enough to see them. And when you see them, they can come to the surface and get out of your life. And then you realize that there is no death. There is no grave. This body is not who you are. It's a tool that you're using to become aware of who you are, that you're God's son, whatever God, that name you want to call that God. And so I'll look at this video and see if it's worthwhile putting on. And because I want to make sure, to the best of my ability, that it comes from the Spirit, capital S. Thank you.
Bye.